2 at home to Hungary with 15 minutes to go. The former Premier League striker Kostas Mitroglou scored with 10 minutes to go, and inside the last 4 minutes, Kone won it for Greece. Their first win in qualifying in their last game. They won't be there in France, but they deserve that.
Wow, Steve, thank you so much for all the updates, all the results, of course, on the BBC Sport website. Keep up to date there. Republic of Ireland also looking for qualification later in Warsaw when they face Poland. The Irish rugby team, which includes Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, they have secured their place in the quarterfinals. A slightly easier meet against Argentina. Northern Ireland, of course, at Euro 26. Can the Republic of Ireland round off what would be a great day for Irish sport with either a 2-2 draw or a win? That is it from Cardiff on this Rugby World Cup special for Sports World.
Sports World is a BBC Sport production for the BBC World Service. You're listening to the BBC World Service. Before the news, here's the voice of a woman who transformed the role of America's First Lady.
I should like to say just a word to the women in the country.
When Eleanor Roosevelt made this wartime broadcast, the nation listened. We tell the story of her life and marriage to President Franklin D. Roosevelt and examine her lasting influence.
Eleanor Roosevelt, online at bbcworldservice.com/documentaries. And still to come today on the BBC World Service.
Hello, I'm Hardeep Singh Kohli, and in 30 minutes on Heart and Soul, I'll be looking to recent protests that have led to many interfaith marriages and Sikh temples being abandoned and cancelled on the day. Stay with us. The newsroom is next.
Online at bbcworldservice.com. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
The Turkish military carries out airstrikes against Kurdish militants as more emerges about the worst bombings in the country's history.
As we tried to carry the wounded away, police attacked us with tear gas canisters, and for about half an hour we tried to run from the police who were trying to prevent us from taking the wounded away.
This is Andrew Peach in London at 18 GMT. Also in the newsroom, the Syrian government says it's making big advances against rebels in the north as the Catholic Synod on the Family continues in Rome. An interview with the Archbishop of Kaduna.
A man marry a man, a woman marry a woman. That is not something that I can tell you no single African bishop will support that. It's against humanity.
And
a little bit later, you're going to hear from a guy launching a potential political career. Do you really think that this country is going to elect a black guy from the south side of Chicago with a funny name to be president of the United States?
I'm going to touch the sky.
Hello, this is David Austin with the BBC News. The Turkish military says it's carried out airstrikes against the militant Kurdish group, the PKK. It says it attacked targets in southeastern Turkey, as well as PKK positions in northern Iraq, killing 49 people. More from Celine Girit in Ankara.
The Turkish military strikes on the PKK came just a day after the group ordered its fighters to halt attacks on Turkish soil. The group said it would not conduct attacks unless targeted itself. It said it wanted to avoid acts which could prevent a fair and just election, which is scheduled for the 1st of November. But the government was not impressed. One senior official said the operations would continue without a break.
The raids took place as Turkey began 3 days of mourning for the people killed on Saturday by the bombing of a peace rally in the capital. Mark Lowen reports from Ankara.
As coffins were brought in for burial, relatives were overcome with grief after Turkey's worst ever attack. Turkey is shaken but defiant. Thousands gathered in Ankara today, furious at the government for a lack of security, which they say allowed the bombers to strike. The government has urged calm on the streets and national unity as an investigation moves forward, officials saying they believe so-called Islamic State is to blame.
The Iraqi military says its air force has killed senior members of the Islamic State group. It says an airstrike in western Anbar province on Saturday hit a meeting of leading IS figures. Sebastian Usher reports.
The first statement from an intelligence unit in the Iraqi Interior Ministry said that Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi was the target of the attack. The statement said that he was